Yo, what is up, guys? It's Bankrupt back with another video, and today we're back on MHAUR Ultra Rumble. As you can tell, my voice sounds terrible, and unfortunately, this is my second recording because I accidentally clicked the back button while I was recording this, and I completely scrapped my last recording. So I'm very sad right now that I have to redo this. But if I can go to work and yell at kids all day, I can still do this. So today we're doing a character how-to for Dabi. He was my favorite character in the beta. He's not really my favorite character now because there's just a lot more Bakugos on the field, a lot more Suyus, and a lot of people that know how to use them very effectively. And Dabi's just really not good against them. Obviously, you can make any character good depending on your level, but when you're running a three-man team and ranked against another good three-man team, and if your teammates aren't super strong and you're not super strong on a character, you're going to fail. And Dabi fits that role of he's not going to work in high ranks if you are not a great player. You're going to get cooked because he just doesn't fit. He doesn't float the boat. But once again, excuse my voice if it gets on your nerves. I'm sick, but I'm still going to get this content out anyway. If I'm still going to work while I'm sick, I can still drop some videos while I'm sick. You feel me? You feel me? So let's go ahead and go over his ability. His A, B, and Y ability. His A ability, which is just his normal attack, everybody's standard attack, is it shoots out little 5 on base 5, tracking blue fireballs. Very slow, easily avoidable, but do good amount of damage if they hit. I believe they burn as well. I think all fire abilities in this game burn, so they burn. I think they burn. I mean, let me not say that completely. They may or may not burn. I'm not 100% sure if they burn or not. I would assume they do. But yeah, that's his A. His B sets down landmines, which are very good to stop people from rushing you immediately. If anybody's ever trying to get up close into your face, you can set those along. If somebody's following behind you, you set them along to just get people away from you. When people are all up in your face, you set down those mines to get them away. But they do not work against Mumbo's shield. Nothing works against Mumbo's shield. I will tell you that right now. But we'll get into that to another time. And then you have his Y ability, which sets down that big old ring of fire. He stumps on the ground and pushes everybody in the immediate area away that are enemies. It does damage, and if they stay within the circle of the fire, they will take continuous fire damage. But it is open from the top and it is open from the bottom. So if there is a weird gap where you do it on the hill, you can be shot from the bottom of the ring, you can be shot from the top of the ring. So do keep that in mind depending on where your placement is. If you are not on a flat, even surface all around, you can still be shot from different areas. And people can just run through it, truth be told. You will not be blown back upon running inside of it. So do note it's good for projecting projectiles because projectiles cannot go through it directly, but a person can walk through it and they will not be blown back. Keep that in mind. Only the initial action of L1 blows people back. Outside of that, it will not blow them back. And then you have his triangle ability, which works while he's down. And when he's down, it does at least unleashes a volatile flame that does a decent amount of damage. It'll kill somebody if they're like, I think like at 100. If you activate that, I think it does about 100. I didn't test it, but you can test it yourself. It does a decent amount of damage. You don't have to level up. It can do the same amount across everything for the most part. This is a defensive character, or they have a defensive buff on. But it blows them back, it deals damage, and it keeps you alive a little bit longer. Now, the next you get to talk about how to use Dabi. Now, this is to help people who are at the lower ends to be better with him. He's a hard character to use. He is high investment, medium reward. I think he can go crazy. He looks really awesome when he goes crazy. But there are other characters that you can go and play that are a lot easier. They give you far better rewards than what he does. Which is why I say he's high skill, high maintenance, medium to low reward. Because he just doesn't have that same effect return as other characters do that require the same amount of skill or less skill. So I don't think he's top tier in my opinion. So leveling up his cards, you level up the mine, or his B or his Y first. You do not need his A. Especially if other people on your team that can deal damage, you do not need his A up rip. You want to live with Dabi. Dabi does not have any abilities that allow him to run away from a fight. So therefore you need abilities like traps. You need your traps. That's what he has. He's a trap character. There we go. You need his traps. And with that being said, you need to level up his traps first. Whether it be his R1 or his L1, or his B or his Y. I'm sorry, I'm trying to use the universal term. Use the B or the Y. I do B and Y around the same level. I'll just upload them both, upgrade them both. But other times I do B first and then Y follow, because most people tend to be following right behind me when I'm fighting, or if I'm trying to run away or something like that, or if I'm trying to down someone. He's very good for cleaning up kills because he does it super fast with his B skill. So prioritize B and Y before you go to A. I will say that every time. B, Y, then A. Now, how do you actually play him effective? That's where things get difficult. If you are being rushed down by a melee character, you are sitting pretty, you're good, you're probably going to win this fight because you're going to use your traps and you're going to keep people at a distance from you. So if you're ever getting pulled up on by a Froppy who loves to just jump around, you're getting put up on by a dude with the arms that hardens himself, Kurishima. If you get put up on by him, once again, traps will be great because he can't blast at you. He is really good against melee characters. Know his matchups. Know who you're weak against. If the enemy team consists of a Bakugo, a Todoroki, and a Deku, you might have a little more trouble trying to fight them all, especially in a 1-on-3 situation. I'll tell you that right now. You will have a very hard time trying to do that. So, understand that he is better against melee characters than he is ranged characters. And the other ranged characters in this game are just simply one and enough better than him. And that goes on to his attack. So like if he's only good against melee characters, how do you make him good against blast characters? Well, you don't. This comes down to just knowing more about the mechanics of the game and knowing people's abilities and knowing how to dodge. Dodging is your best friend playing with and against Dabi. Because you swing out your A attack, it is slow. It is easy to dodge Dabi's attack. The only time it gets hard is if you're being volleyed by a whole bunch of different attacks at once. But if it's one at a time, you're able to dodge Dabi very easily. But the same can be said for everyone else. It is not that hard to dodge other people's attacks, truth be told, if you're looking at them. You can really just get away with just spamming A and dodge. Or dodge, like pressing your X button or whatever your A button is and getting away. For really other characters. Dabi not so much because it's slow. So if you spam it, you might press it, mispress it, and end up getting yourself hit. So you have to time hits for people that are fighting against. As you see here, there's a fight. It's great for people that are standing still because you're able to get a free couple hits before they realize what's going on, and it's great. But outside of that, sometimes you just throw them out and just go for it and wait for it. Like, you really can do that against this guy here, the guy who loves to deflect. Dabi is not good because this guy has so much time to react. So you got to start dodging your own attacks, and sometimes your teammates will get hit by your own attacks. So here I'm trying to close the distance so that I can start hitting them, but then I see the other team, so I have to just resort back to this, where I am. I set down a shield, give me the attack coverage, so at that point no one can blast me while I'm in that field. And look, there goes another Dabi, just hurling fireballs. There's really no thought process behind it. You just press the button and you let him go. Now this is the moment where I have to run because a teammate got down. I'm trying to save him, trying to keep him alive. And you see how the ability worked? It kept him away, but unfortunately he did get the kill on my teammate, which was very frustrating because I didn't think he'd be able to get it. But he ended up getting him, and this game did glitch out. This game did glitch out. You'll see it there that I wasn't able to get reboot cards, so my game glitched out, and I ended up doing it one. Like, I had to solo this game. I guess card just disappeared from there. But Dabi's he's a poke character. Like, if you had to do it in fighting game terms, he likes to poke and be at range. He doesn't really want to be in your face. He likes to just be annoying. Dabi is really good for anybody that wants to be annoying. That's what he excels at. You just toss some fireballs at people and run away. Because if you get too close, chances are you cannot get out. So play to that. If you're going to play Dabi, understand that you cannot, you can, depending on who you are. Maybe you can. You can overcommit. You can put your face right in the middle of battle, and you can walk out alive. But a lot of people won't be able to do that. A lot of people are going to get put in the middle of a fight, and you're not going to have any way out, and you're going to die. So, understand that. Understand the character's strengths and weaknesses, and I'm telling you it's strengths and weaknesses. His strengths are poking and ending people. He is great for down somebody down because if they're down, you can set about five, not five, but like now for four of those mines on their body and get the kid before they can react, move, and get their iframe back. So
I'm fired up.
he's great for finishing people. You can pick up a lot of free kills on people that are just laying around with Dabi. I will tell you that much. He's very good for that. Sorry. His 1v1 potential. If you're fighting any blaster, you are in for the fight of your life. I'll tell you that right now. If they are remotely competent, you're probably losing. I mean, I'm just being straightforward and honest. If you are fighting, if you are not a great moving mechanics player, you're playing against a remotely good Bakugo or Deku, you're getting folded most likely. Dabi just doesn't have them because they don't have to get close to you. And they have so much long range and close range mixed together. What Dabi does have, in a way, have long and close range, but his close range is literally like, after you set this bomb, you have to run into it or have to get in your face and press it. And by the time you do that, you're going to get kicked in the face by a Deku, for example, or frozen by a Todoroki, or get a bomb thrown at you by, what's the other guy's name? Bakugo. You can see there's so many like flaws that he has compared to the other ranged characters. So, playing one-on-one against a ranged character is tough, but you can do it. You just have to play for their mistakes. So the thing I would tell you that's the biggest thing is play to your opponent's mistakes. Let them make mistakes before you do. You see here with this Froppy, I let the Froppy make a mistake. I'm not just gonna attack and chase her. I'm just gonna throw my bombs down, and if she wants to flop around like they normally do, I will set a bomb before she hits me. Because you know most Frappies love to do that. So I'll just set a bomb down, and while you try to come back and hit me, you'll run into it and take a whole bunch more damage than they will do to you with their skill. I can still dodge. So you gotta know how to set these traps and know how to play against the people you're playing against. So range characters, let them make, I mean everybody. This goes for all characters. Let them make the mistake. But especially for Dabi, let them use all their abilities first. You focus on dodging. Because attacking with Dabi and dodging is hard. It's doable, but it's hard. And if you're just new trying to pick them up, don't put yourself in that situation. Just go ahead and attack, or let them attack. You wait them out, and then you attack after. So, like I said, Dabi is, like I said, high skill, not as good rewards, because I like to say that I'm pretty decent on him, but it doesn't work. Like you can see there, my mines don't stop that attack, which is irritating. A lot of things don't stop that attack, but like, because she has shields, if you have shields, you don't get staggered, but like, I get staggered trying to set my ability to stop that, but yet I get staggered so I can't finish it. You know what I mean? So it's all like, I lose to that most of the time. But I was able to make it out of that situation. So you have to understand that Dabi is a lot harder to use. You'll lose a lot more one-on-ones. Like you're just not set up for 1v1. You're a team player. Keep that in mind. You are a team player when you decide to play Dabi. You are here for the team. You're here to keep the team alive. You're here to be annoying to other people on the map, and that's what you're here for. If you can play like that, Dabi will be great. If you play with the understanding that you don't need to do all the damage, you're here to clean up. You are a clean-up crew on Dabi. You will be so much better. You will enjoy the character so much more. But if you go ahead and play this character with the idea that you're supposed to be the main DPS, you're supposed to hawk everybody down, you're not going to have a good time. The only time your main DPS is when you're in a one-on-one situation. Okay? Very simple. So, keep that in mind. I'm going to go ahead and let you guys watch this out. This was a very hard one-on-one. Those are all the tips that I have for Dabi. I think that's a pretty good list. But here, fortunately, this guy isn't the best. And I played to my advantage, so I was able to juke him out and get free attacks on him because he wasn't dodging. Like, he's just standing there blasting. Like, I could have died there, but I knew I'm a plus ultra, so I relied on that. I was able to attack him and kill him. Like, there, I just played because I knew how low he was and how many attacks he had used, and I knew what I had in my bag. As simple as that. That's how I got out of that. Other than that, if the guy was any better, I would have lost that. No matter how good I think I am, I would have lost that. I'll tell you that right now. But yeah, that is Dabi in a nutshell. He's hard to use. He can be very fun. But you have to understand that you need to play safe. Do not go crazy OD pushing everything with this character because you're going to die. So, with all that being said, thank you for watching. If you watch, drop a like on the video if you liked it. Comment something down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.